Perfect.
I count up so much money lately. I count up so much that they hate me. Yeah, I make niggas mad cause they ain't me. Yeah, I been in my bag going crazy. I count up so much money lately. I count up so much that they hate me. Yeah, I make niggas mad cause they ain't me. Yeah, I been in my bag going crazy. Bitch, I'm not.
First don't fuck your bitch in the clique you claim. West side when we ride, come equipped with game. You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. We bust on bad boys, niggas fuck for life. Plus, Puffy tryna see me weak, hearts I rip. Biggie Smalls and Junior Mafia some more.
I think a little higher. I think a little higher.
Take a step back from Will and the Banks family until the election is over.
2,000 likes and counting. I want that post removed now.
Mr. Broderick has quite a reputation. He's the one you need to worry about.
He's gonna turn the whole school against me. You don't need Connor or any of them. I know a way for you to turn this around. Party of the century.
I want to know all your secrets.
Why did you really come here from Philly?
You okay with this?
Where's that? We got back another video. It's your boy PJJ21. I just want to say welcome back to my channel, and also how you guys doing on this fine Sunday, Easter. And I just want to say also happy Easter, and also if you're happy and sad, then my entertainment should bring you joy. And also don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You post and share to all social media platforms. Don't forget to hit the post notification bell for future videos, and also get them PJJs. No, I'm gonna say that there. Alright, so. A little continuation of my show reaction / review is the BELAIR, the new BELAIR show on Peacock, and this is BELAIR's season 1 episode 7, and episode 7 is called Payback's a Bitch. All right, so give me a second. Alright, so on this episode titled Payback's a Bitch, starts off with things beginning with Uncle Phil talking to Will about his relationship with Lisa, asking him to take a step back from her since her dad is now his competitor in the election. Lisa's dad simultaneously talked to her about her relationship with Will on her way to school, asking her to stay away from him as well. Both Lisa and Will agreed, but are now secretly dating on the low. Over at the influencer house, Hilary learned that Kylo posted footage of her without her approval, and she felt like it was over-sexualized. One of her housemates let her know that anything filmed in the house is fair game for Kylo to use, and Hilary is left in shock and embarrassed. Meanwhile, Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil aren't on the same page for Phil's DA run after his campaign manager revealed that they needed more money from their personal account, and Viv denies the request. But they already moved the money, and she goes off on Phil for it. Carlton is still having troubles with lacrosse, and one of his teammates, Connor, called him out for not playing well. The coach suggested Carlton get some extra work in the scrimmage team, and Connor made a racist comment toward the rest of the team, saying, "At least they can't take one sport away from us." During the next play, Carlton tackled Connor and broke his wrist, and now the whole team is mad at him. Carlton confided in Will about what had happened, and Will gave him an idea to turn things around. He planned a party at the house to keep people on Carlton's side, but Carlton's hesitant about how it go. Will lets him know they are going to throw the party of the year and save Carlton's reputation. Hilary shows her mom the video that Kylo released and asks if her dad can help her get out of get out of her contract. Viv explains that Phil would do anything to save his baby, but wouldn't asks her wouldn't it be oh no wouldn't it feel better if she rescued herself for once? Phil came into the living room and asked if everything was okay, and Hilary decided to figure things out on her own. Viv is still pretty upset with Phil about taking money out of their account without discussing it. So she decided to put herself first and head to an art show in San Diego. Phil tells Jeffrey to get some flowers or plan a nice dinner for when she gets back. But Jeffrey has some news to share with Phil too. Reed, played by Michael Ealy, was also going to be at this art show, and Jeffrey said he was someone they needed to worry about. In San Diego, Viv sat down to have a glass of champagne with Reed, and he tells her people are really impressed with her and thinks she be a great candidate for Neiman Artistic Fellowship, and she was immediately elated. As they were chatting about the fellowship, to Viv's surprise, Phil walked up and joined it. Phil Phil pulled Viv to the side and told her he was there to support her since he didn't like the way they left things. And she reserved about the situation but is happy he's there. But not for long, as Reed walked up and Phil made things awkward by bringing up Reed's past dating history, and Viv is livid all over again. Will's party for Carlton is a bit all over the place, but seems to be going well for Will and Hilary. Lisa came to see Will and Jazz, and Hilary were hitting off. But Carlton isn't having the best time, as one of his classmates, Aisha, who Will was trying to hook him up with, told him he doesn't seem black enough. Will's and his feelings about not being able to get Carlton out of his funk and is struggling with being able to relate to Carlton's experience of growing up in a predominantly white area. But Lisa gives him some perspective on Carlton's experiences. Hurley got a notification that Kylo was at an influencer event, so she pulled up on him with Jazz since he was dodging her calls and texts. She went with the intention of making him take the video down, but when a couple of people recognized her as a thirsty chef and Kylo told her Victoria's Secret wanted to meet with her, she changed her tune. Later that night, she was offered $15,000 per post to continue being the thirsty chef, and she agreed. 15,000, like that's a lot of money. I would take that shit too. Like that's it. But I'm not a female though. So when she went to the bar to tell Jazz, he pulled her card saying he didn't know her dignity was for sale, and they got into a small argument, leading Jazz to ask for the check and bounce. Lisa needed to charge her phone, so Will took her up to his room, and she learned a lot. She learned a lot more about him by the photos wait, what? She learned a lot more about him by the photos and things he had in his room. But when she started asking questions about getting to know him more, he seemingly recalled his conversation with Uncle Phil, telling him not to tell her too much because her dad can use it against it. Carlton was back in his room and got a text from one of his lacrosse friends who told him he was in the game room and had been looking for him. He went down to the game room and saw that a lot of his lacrosse friends were there and said they were having a great time. Connor strolled in and Carlton finally stood up to him, saying he needed to apologize for all the racist things he said, but Connor refused and said he was taking the party back to his house since Carlton was being grabbed. But the guys all said they were staying at Carlton's, and and kind of stormed out. Aisha saw the whole thing and pleasantly approved of Carlton sticking up for himself, but Will and Lisa missed the confrontation as they were still upstairs in Will's room. Lisa asked Will why he moved to BELAIR from Philly, and he took his uncle's advice and lied, telling her he just came for a better education. Carlton texted Will in the meantime, but he didn't see it because he was hooking up with Lisa. Later in the night, Connor texted Carlton saying some new guests were about to arrive at his party, and the LAPD showed up. Carlton told everyone to calm down and started to approach the police to explain he lived there, but they stopped him and told him not to come any closer. Will and Lisa see the police lights through his bedroom window, and Lisa says she can help by calling her dad. Will doesn't want her to, but she does anyways. And one call from her dad rectified the entire situation. But Carlton saw them come down from Will's room, and he knows something's up with them. The show closed with all the guests leaving, and Carlton, Will, and Lisa all just staring at one another, speechless. So, that was like the whole like season 1, episode 7 of Payback's a Bitch. And let me know in the comment section what you guys thought about this episode, and also don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, repost and share to all social media platforms. Don't forget to hit the post notification bell for future videos, and also get the PJ Digital Mildads Gang PJ Digital Gang merchandise at teespring.com /PJ Digital Mildads Gang. And also, if you think the price is a little too high, then you get my promo code Welcome25, and you can also use Easter 25 for Easter, and that will be over by Tuesday the 19th. Yeah, all right. So I'm giving y'all 2 days. I'm giving you like a day and a half, like to go on the website and pick like whatever product that you want, and you could use like the promo code too as well. So that's pretty much it, and it's your boy P Digital 21 signing off, and we're P Digital Gang.
Bitches, we keep